Welcome back, everybody. This is Tyler Weeb from Pro Physique, and today we're going to talk about what your reverse diet should look like. All right, guys, it is Friday. You made it. It's the weekend. We got dumped on, got a ton of snow this morning. It just stopped. It started at like 8 a.m. It's about 2, and we are expected to get a lot more snow tonight. There is still a snowfall warning, but hopefully it is almost over. It's supposed to warm up again tomorrow, rain, so it should hopefully all be gone. Anyways, you're not here for a weather report or to me complaining about the weather. So today I want to talk about what our reverse diet should look like. All right, so yesterday I talked about when are you ready, or what are some things that you should be looking at to know when to start a reverse diet. And if you have not watched that, go back, watch it, and then watch this video. All right? Okay, so what should a reverse diet look like? It's actually quite a simple thing. All right? It is a typically slow increase in calories from week to week depending on how the body reacts. So I have my clients check in once a week with me, and depending, as long as, if we're reversing, if the weight stays the same, we'll increase calories. Typically, what I'll do is I'll add about 10 grams of carbs and about 2 grams of fat, but that is person dependent. All right, so that's not for everyone, and that's not to say that you should just be doing that every week. All right, so some of them, they might need a little bit slower of an increase. So what we'll do is maybe 5 grams of carbs, and that's it for the week. We'll just add that. Okay, because what we want to do is we also don't want to put on a ton of body fat while we're adding food. All right, so if we have spent time dieting and getting down to a leaner body composition, we don't want to just blow that all the way, blow it all up, and add a bunch of calories in, put a bunch of fat on, right? We want to try and stay as lean as we can, and so that's where the benefit of adding in calories in slowly really comes into play. All right, so that's one thing. Add in calories slowly, right? So track, pick a day, any day of the week. After you wake up, you go pee, weigh yourself. All right, and so if everything has stayed the same, waist as well, keep checking that, because the scale might not tell us everything. Add in a little bit of food. All right, we've added a little bit of food. We get back to the next week. Okay, weigh ourselves again. Oh, we stayed the same weight. All right, let's add a little bit more food. All right, we did it again, and then so on and so forth. And before you know it, we've really built up a nice macronutrient count. All right, so we also want to make sure that, that we're not getting too far above our fats with carbs. We want to keep those fats coming up as well, but remember, they are more calorically dense. There are 9 calories per gram of fat, so that's why we don't need to really add in a lot every week. 2 is usually pretty good. If you're going to add in more, maybe look at not adding in any carbs that week. And then also go based on preference, right? If you enjoy more fattier foods, well, then focus on adding fats in. If you enjoy more, carb, starchy foods, well, focus on adding more carbs in. All right. So it also goes based upon preference. Typically, we don't touch protein, because that should always be set at around 1 to 1.3 grams per pound of body weight. All right. So that's the first thing, is adding in calories slowly. Second thing is, and especially if you have been dieting, or a lot of my potential clients that do come, they are doing a lot of cardio. You want to start bringing cardio down. Okay, so that's the second biggest thing. We want to start focusing on decreasing cardio so that we can have more energy to expand in the gym, focusing on increasing muscle, increasing strength. We don't need cardio. Now, if you do like it, keep some in. All right, but we don't want to be at a point where we're really interfering with the true purpose of a reverse diet, and that is putting on muscle and getting stronger. All right, so that will be typically done, again, incrementally, week by week, depending on how the body reacts. And it all depends on how much cardio they've been doing, right? Whether they have a combination of HIIT training as well as steady state training, which is typically the case. And again, don't get super crazy with it. Bring it down slowly. Let the body adjust to the current amount of activity that you are doing. Let it level out and then decrease again. All right? So those are the two biggest things that you should be focusing on while you are reversing. Obviously, a big number 3 would be progressive overload, progressive volume, making sure that you have a proper program set up that focuses on progressive overload. So you are getting stronger, volume is increasing, so we are building muscle, and then, the program is going to be goal dependent. A powerlifting program is going to look a lot different than a bodybuilder program, but they should still have the same goal of progressing volume over time so that you don't get injured and you get stronger and you're getting putting on a little more muscle. All right, so that's obviously then number 3. So focusing on those 3 things, you should have a pretty good reverse diet. All right, I am a big fan of taking it nice and easy, taking it slow, and just staying as lean as possible and just not going crazy, because you're eventually going to get there. You're eventually going to, have a lot of food. So you might as well try and stay as lean as you can while you're doing it, and just not get too crazy. If you find that your weight goes up a little bit, from week to week, well, don't add any food in. Let your body level back out, and if you stay stable for about a week, maybe 2, okay, start adding in food again. Right? There's no reason to keep adding food unless your goal is to, and you're okay with putting on a significant amount of body fat. So that's gonna be everything today, guys. Have a great Friday. Make sure to hit subscribe. Charlie's always watching. Leave questions, ask comments. Have a great weekend, guys.